It's time for, well, this is the part where I give a whole little, this time, the only place where you have X, Y, Z, Y, element OP, and whatnot, and I say, welcome to Danganronpa Hunger Games by the numbers, but this time, this season around rather, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to present you with all the same by the numbers, but I wanted it to mean something. We do by the numbers and we see these people, we see all of these homies, they come through, they have their stats. We see how well they've done this season and it doesn't do anything for them. You don't see that before the fan votes, so you're not encouraged to vote for specific people. And I thought to myself, what a shame. I thought it for a couple of seasons, and this season I said, you know what? It's season 10. Season 10 has not had a gimmick. Throwback was the gimmick. Season 10 has not had something special, something that really sparks. Season 10 is going to be the start of something new, as I completely smashed that with my fist. Season 10 is the start of the stats episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Which that's not the one I wanted. There we go. first time to do this. I don't know what I'm doing specifically. However, we're gonna give you guys all the stats, and then we're gonna have an episode based on the people who had those stats. And this is a little special because I wanted it to be for something. I wanted it to mean something, you know? Because by the numbers, we kind of sit down, we just talk, we vibe, we chat. This time I wanted to mean something. By the numbers, I haven't told a soul about this either. It's just something that was in the back of my mind, and even like, it's a couple days before this goes out. It's been me thinking, by the numbers, am I gonna do what I've been pondering about doing? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. So here's the gist. We got all the stats that you know and love to see. We're gonna go through them right here, right now. And then we're gonna have an episode. As you can see, we have stats for singles, stats for tags, and we'll go through that. Whoever wins this episode gets put into their respective brackets. If someone from a singles category wins, they go onto the singles bracket. Tag team category, they go into tag team bracket. Whoever wins, wins. However, that's great and dandy for someone who did so well, but came up just short. What it also means is we have people who did so well and still made the bracket and still showed up and showed off. And I wanted them to be here too because I want them to be able to block. I want them to be able to block the people who are trying to get that one last grasp. So we can either have someone enter one of those two brackets, or we could have a block and the brackets stay as is. What will happen? What will unfold? We'll have to see by the numbers. Let's start it all off. This season, we made a couple of icons. It's something I like to go on in, like, the memorable moments this season. First of all, it was the season of the squad. Never forget, we started with the title, then Jack won, then Kokichi won, Maki's on the bracket. It's the season of the squad. Don't at me, not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Celeste's not on that bracket, but let me tell you, she showed up as an unfriendly ghost. After she was KO'd, she made sure that her name would be remembered that game. Celeste the unfriendly ghost, do not forget about her. And most notably, do not forget about my employee of the month. He came, he saw, he conquered, he won. Nagisa. Never forget that man's the employee of the month. Debt-ridden Usami. Usami's been all over the place, and let me tell you, she's been thoroughly working left and right at both Yoko's and at Avi's. Cause she is an extreme debt, and she made sure you knew it by saying it more than once in an episode, way back Maki. If you go back to an episode way back, you might remember me carrying on for Maki. But this time, she did the thing. She was the one who carried on for me. Way back Maki got another win, but this one way more memorable than her first win. It meant something. meant something to me. And speaking of me, I deserve to be in this episode. I'm unstoppable. And why do you so like? What did you do this? Oh, you know what I did. I ensured that a tie didn't happen. Fat Togami, Taichi, they came to me, and you know what they said? We're taking you down. And everyone in the history of every single time that tried to take me down has succeeded. And I said, not today. The unstoppable AV is here. Those are a couple of icons from this season. They have earned a spot in this episode, and you know, I think I'll continue doing that. The top 5 icons of this season will be on that. But we have a whole bunch of other slew of people. First of all, we got second place for singles. We saw Daisaku, the Agent of Chaos. Do not forget, he started off as the singles Agent of Chaos this season. He cashed in on Junko, my girl. And then, you know, Samugi came in, and we're not going to talk about it. It was kind of the season of manga mayhem. They are in both brackets. But hey, Chiaki took second place. So did Corey Mitarai, who could get his first win in an episode that doesn't necessarily count. But you know, it's not. It counts not in the sense of stats, but it counts in the sense that, hey, he might win an episode today, and it would be a very important episode. Or he might be voted in by you guys, because the fan votes do get revealed. They'll be a little bit later. Teru Teru's here. He got second place. Also ended up getting first in 1 versus 100. Yuta is here as well. Kazuichi took second, as does Crazy Yoko, Izuyoi, Juzo, and Kyoko. And as we go on to second place in terms of tag teams, Sato's here for the Horn Bears. Gonta's here to try and block, because he not only came in second place, Gonta, and you'll see Gonta a lot this episode, because Gonta low-key had a heck of a season in tag teams. That man's carried the team. He surely did. He also kind of ruined the team. You know, he was really tank Gonta this season, and he had his retribution arc. That's Gonta. That was Gonta this season. I enjoyed that. Mana. And I kind of want to pay attention to the start of right here, because these were 2 heartbreaking back-to-back losses. Gonta lost, Mana lost, and people were like, no, but they both did come back and come through for their teams. So good to the both of them. Monokuma. Now, Neku, who came in second here, heartbroken about it. So was Masaru, but Masaru was able to later come out on top for their team, and they are in the tag team bracket. Jin was so close, but so far, Toko, Kurumi, and Sarah also here as well. And then, we're going to take a look at our singles. People with 6 or more KOs in singles action. We got a pinkish purplish hair trio, Kotoko, Hiroko, and Kyoko. All those Kos. I never noticed that. That's kind of funny. Oh, all of them with 6 KOs to their names in a single episode. Maki had 7, so did Munakata, but rounding off that, Chisa, the big jump, 10 in a single episode, earned her a secret achievement. Could she block somebody today by getting a big win? And this is also for momentum. You block everyone else from getting onto a bracket, and you're just the one and only. You're the homie. It's interesting to see Sarah is over there in tag teams trying to carry on for Chisa as well. I wonder if we'll see anything happen between those 2 today. We're going to tag team 6 or more in a single episode. We have plenty more for tag team action, because, well, those are larger episodes. Now, Monokuma. Makoto not only with 6, but also 9. Nice. Mana with 6 and 7. Mai also had 6. Gonta had 6. He also had 9. 6 and 9. Nice. Tharja and Togami both with 6 as well. Crazy Yoko starts off the 7 train, so does Tinko following her. Mahiru. And then we jump to 8 with Mitarai. He had a pretty good tag team episode. Jin with 9, a heartbreaking episode for Jin. We thought it was the prophecy. It was Celeste Holiday Mansion. Celeste had perished. Jin was in second place. It was like, we thought it was going to be prophecy, but my employee of the month stopped it. Toko, Kei, and Ruruka all had 9. They were all heavy hitters this season, so good on them. And now we go, sticking with teams, our top 5 teams in total in terms of kills. In terms of KOs, we had Sinister Side Chisa and Sarah with a combined 25. Final Gambit, surprisingly enough, Makoto, Taichi, and Yosuke all had 25 in total. A lot of that's from Makoto. He had a game. In fact, we can scroll back up. You can see the, scroll up. There we go. That's the direction I wanted to go. He had that game with a 6, and he had that game with a 9. That 9 when he pushed that button in the bloodbath and caused chaos. Never forget that, man. The ultimate lucky button, or unlucky for the 9 that perished that day. Capture the Moment, Angie, Albedo, and now also at 25. 3 teams finishing with 25, but then we go on to the Wolfpack, who had 28, and then Sakura, Tenko, and Mana, Brute Force, our top KOing team with 31 KOs between the 3 of them. But we gotta go on and look at our top singles KOs. Sonya, and it's usually, I would usually just pick the top 3, but then I looked and I was like, we can't not include 10. It's the 10th season. We gotta. 10 was right under 13, so I was like, let's get our 10s in here too. And they were Sonya, freaking Sayaka, Murakata, and Celeste. And you guys were like, you just want Celeste in here? Well, it counters because Sayaka's in here too. And I was like, you know what? Let's put them both in here. Let's do that. Chisa didn't do particularly well in singles action until that 1 versus 100 episode. She had 3 total, and then all of a sudden she was like, oh well, I gotta catch up, and boy did she. Ended up number 3 after that. Impressive performance. Maki was 14, and the queen of KOs this season was actually Kyoko. 17 KOs total. However, we gotta keep on keeping on. Carried the team in cumulative season 10 KOs. Those 3 who carried their teams, it makes sense at this point. You saw the top teams. Mana with 17 KOs in tag team action by herself. She was a superstar. Makoto used 9 of those KOs, 9 of Makoto's KOs from 1 single button, I believe. Maybe it might not have been 9, but he got a lot from a single button. Carried his team to this episode. Maybe he knew, and maybe this will be an ultimate lucky victory for him. But the man, the myth, the legend in tag team action. In fact, most of his KOs from this season, apart from 3, came from tag team action. Gonta. A lot of them from tanks, but he carried his team. They finally got their victory. Gonta carried the team, 22 KOs. But for cumulative all around, season 10, our top 3 were Chisa, good honor, Kyoko, and Gonta. Chisa 3rd, but Kyoko and Gonta tied for 1st. They were your most brutal entities this season. However, the last category we have here, cumulative all time. These are your undisputed top 10 KOers of all time across 10 seasons. Tenko with 119 KOs. Degenerate males, better beware, because Tenko's here. You're in for a scare. Kaie Day, 122. She used to be topping the charts, but she has slowly fallen. Can she try and correct that by winning today and getting herself into the singles finale? Seiko, 122 as well. They are tied for what, 8th? They're tied for 8th. Not freaking Side, because she's all the way down. Celeste in 7th with 125. 125? 12? 20, 12 and 25? Christmas? It's true! Hajime 6, 127. Mew with 129 rounds her to 5th. Shuichi dropping a little bit, 133, but he's still doing pretty good. He's still close to the top, as well as Nagita with 136. He's still staying at the top of the pack, trying to block someone from singles action today. Freaking Sayaka's here with 141, and she's tied in 1st now with Toko. Toko, who I don't believe, and we'll get there in a second. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think Toko appeared too many other times in this episode. A couple other times. 2nd, and then there. She had a pretty decent season. Didn't quite make the cut for like top 3 cumulative, but I think she's right below there as well. Toko, 141 this season. She actually had a very good season. I think she had 23 KOs. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And then lastly, this is the interesting one. Your fan votes are here as well. They're kind of just here to be here so I can reveal them. Last Placers fan vote, the Second Placers fan vote, the Yeetball fan vote, the Lightbearers fan vote, the Cross Teaming fan vote, and the Tag Team fan vote are all here. When they perish, or if they perish, their death icons will reveal who won those fan votes. And that is by the numbers. That was just the intro. Literally, this is that itself was half the time that would usually be spent doing by the numbers. However, this is now a regular-ish episode. We have a couple people like appearing more than once. You might see someone take themselves out, which is interesting. I'm excited to see what brand of chaos this episode brings, if we're being completely honest. However, make some picks, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We're just gonna have a jolly good time today. A fantastic good time. Tell me, first, second, and third, who do you think deserves a spot in either finale the most in terms of the people who are here? Singles and tag. I will let you know that as well. I'll let you know right now. Give me... For the squad, I have to pick Celeste for first. I just have to. Give me Give me Chisa for second for the block, because I feel like she's a blocker. She'll block today. And then give me Mai for third. I feel like Where's My Glove is gonna come out today. They're gonna show up and they're gonna show off. Yes, they are, most certainly. However, I think we just gotta get the show on the road. Who do I think deserves it the most, though? For tag teams, Jin. For tag teams, I think Jin does. Because it does feel like he was robbed from what was supposed to be destiny. If I had to handpick someone, I would pick... Well, Mitarai there as well, but I feel like Mitarai kind of deserves it for singles. And that's where I was going to put him. For tags, I would pick Jin. For singles, I would pick Mitarai because he was so close to being champion with his first win, and then Samugi stole the victory from him. Oh, the sweet despair that she brought to everyone. Varying character for her. That's the champ. She's not actually in this episode, but she'll be defending that title in 8 days? 9 days. 9 days. That's Friday's episode. Next Friday. Tomorrow's tag team episode for OCs. That's going to be exciting. I've actually already recorded it. I think it's a pretty good episode. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Unless you don't. Haha. I've gotten all my picks out of the way. Let's actually get this on the road. This is by the numbers. This is... My boys are in bed. Pablo and Asmi are just having a little nap time. Listen. I won't tell if you guys don't tell. Let's just re-simulate a classic 5 times. Yeah? Okay. Not 1 time. Not 2 times. Shh, don't wake them up. Not 3 times. Not even 4 times. Shh. But for nap time, for the first ever By the Numbers episode, we re-simulate a fantastic, a phenomenal, a classic, and most importantly, a spicy. 5 times. They're still asleep. Okay, great. Let's go on. Let's do this. We have a pretty big episode. Which fan vote do you think will get revealed first? I have no idea, but I'm excited. It's By the Numbers, and By the Numbers action starts right now. The horn bearers, they sound the horn. So horn bearers, could you please... Oh, wait. Could you sound them quietly, horn bearers? Can you like, sound the horns? Thank you, Pianissimo. Thank you for playing Pianissimo. That's great. Good job, horn bearers. I'm so proud of y'all. A sudden of dread overcomes Daisaku as they notice Albedo staring at them. Kotoko runs away from the cornucopia. Chiaki runs away as well. Saga ignores the game looking for food. Jin runs away from the cornucopia. Usami is unable to convince Celeste not to kill her. Munakata twin mills his arms, charging into the arena with his eyes closed, what results in a path of destruction. In its wake is cross-teaming fan vote and Kyoko. The first person out is the cross-teaming fan vote. Who will that be? I don't know. I guess the World Pancake Championship could actually get... Well... Where did I was gonna say, it's right here somewhere. So you're already on this list? I feel like you're already on this list. Are you on this list? You're not, surprisingly enough. Sonya, alright. You go and do you. World Pancake Championship, girl. I didn't know I left those in the cornucopia, but they sure are there, alright. Good on you. Back by unpopular demand, Chisa, Tinko, and Celeste fight for her back. Celeste gives up and retreats. Izuoi grabs 2 swords, spins rapidly on the spot, cleaving through Kyoko, Chisa, and Toko. Kyoko's been decimated by 2 swords. Juzo rips a mace out of Nao's hands. Hajime grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. I run away from the cornucopia. Go to. I'm getting to it. Kyoko, after being butchered by blades twice, gets a blade of her own and wants to do work now. Last place fan vote runs away from the cornucopia. Okay, I'm sorry, I saw this a little lower down and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a good episode, isn't it? I don't even think I'll have an intro for this. Gonta gets down on one knee and proposes to Gonta. The two happily skip away together from the cornucopia. Now I can't remember who they are. Tenko tries to help her remember. Maki finds a torn photo of Makoto within her pocket, the word friend scribbled on the back. Tenko sets off a bomb, killing Mew, Jin, Togami, and Gonta. Goodness gracious. Crazy Yoko extra large runs away with a ladder and some rope. Mitarai gets down on one knee and proposes to Yuta. Yuta accepts, cheating on Mew. Oh, he saw Mew explode and he was like, now I'm free to do whatever I want. Kyoko finds a teleporter to the despair dimension. Who would build a teleporter there? I think she survives though. Saika finds Taichi's corpse in the cornucopia. Rest in peace to Taichi. Chisa runs away from the cornucopia. The comment section bet all their mana coins on Neku, so Neku better win. Razor takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Kori investigates with Monokuma, but secretly kills Mana during the investigation. However, that's probably wise for Kori, because Mana's already in her respective episode, so he wants to make sure he can get into one of those 2 episodes, either singles or via Tharja tag teams. Smart move, Kori. Smart move. Now, grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Shuichi runs away from the cornucopia. Sarah tries to play all the horn bearer instruments all at once. It's so beautiful that they are subdued and let Sarah keep playing for the rest of the game. She's out here sounding these horns. Celeste ignores the opening assembly and plays video games on the Kodo instead, probably a game of gambling. Seiko and Sarah recognize each other and decide to put their faith in one another as she's sounding those horns. Toko runs away from the cornucopia. Second place fan votes just didn't show up. Well, they'll show up to the finale and we'll see who they are very shortly. Tharja runs away from the cornucopia. Sakura begs for one of Maki's weapons. She feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Sakura. Mahiru runs away. Nagisa grabs a honey glazed ham. Oh, that sounds delicious. Gonta plays video games with Angie, ignoring the opening assembly. Mana begins to bully Chisa relentlessly. Munakata finds a canteen full of water. I was looking down for mine and I was like, it's all the way over there. During the first Clarity Luna, everybody would be like, I'm gonna go get that water. I'm gonna go fetch that water. Fetch real water. Mine comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that's escaped from an insane asylum. Monokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto ignores the game and goes looking for food. Kazuichi runs to the cornucopia and hides. The tag team fan vote and Kei threaten a double suicide. It fails and they both die. The tag team fan vote was a lot of fun to watch. I do love watching the votes as they come in. Fun fact, a group of alligators is called a congregation. Kurumi wants to be a preacher and lets a congregation of alligators loose in the arena. I say, can I get an the A in amen stands for alligator, I tell you. Oh wait, that's not funny. There's more reptiles in the arena. Toko runs away from the cornucopia. Kaede finds a teleporter, teleports her right behind me. That fence, it's not gonna, can you climb a fence? Ruruka scares Sato away from the cornucopia. Fun fact, a group of alligators, Crazy Yoko was funny the first time, but like, this is now too many alligators. They're gonna be gnawing at your ankles, man. Mana ignores the opening ceremony and Gonta's still playing video games now. Mana also smashes the healing potion over Mitarai's head, damaging and healing him at the same time. Teru decides to an avian hand. And so does Nagito, killing Komodo dragons, the boys. You two have my blessings, even though either of you two winning would be a block. We'll see. Lightbearer's winner fan vote runs away from the cornucopia. Mama snatches a pair of size. Yosuke runs away from the cornucopia, and the Yeet Ball fan vote, your Yeet Ball fan vote winner, runs away from the cornucopia. We go on now to day 1. And oh, this is actually interesting. Toko, Munakata, and the Yeet Ball fan vote hold an intervention for my pancake addiction because they are all entirely confused on what an intervention is. They buy a bunch of pancakes instead. Toko Munakata. And the Yeet Ball fan vote, who I know, so I'll write their actual name here. Alright. Put that right there. That World Pancake Championship match is going to be so massive. They give me a bunch of pancakes, go into drinks, cactus juice starts to hallucinate. Satos, Tenko, and Sarah hold an intervention for my darts addiction. I don't have one, but thanks anyway. Monokuma confides in Sayaka. Gonta hangs up on Mistletoe in the arena. Mai and Mitsurai look for more people to become friends with. Sakura joins the Mistletoe Warriors group. Thank you. Thank you, Sakura. Now, whenever things like this happen, this is why I love the idea of this episode. Now works for Yoko's items and misfortunes, which appears to be hiring. Teru was horrified when Now goes to a job interview for it. Why Now? You already work there. Mana starts planting seedlings in her garden. Yosuke begs for Tenko to kill him. She says, "You got it, degenerate male." Mitarai, Kurumi, Celeste tracked in and chill with Yuta. Munakata, Maki, Ruruka, Now, and the last place fan vote. Okay. On for other tributes, Kotoko joins the Balloon Protection Squad. I'll remember that, Kotoko. I'll remember that. In effort to survive, Sarah tries to strangle Maki with toilet paper. Maki tears through it and breaks Sarah's neck in retaliation. Mahiru discovers a cave. Celeste hopes that Avi doesn't jinx her. I think I picked you. Oops. Kyoko, Kaede, and Makoto do the torture dance whilst torturing Angie. Izioi, Seiko, and Juzo find the Triforce, but before they can distribute the powers of the Triforce to each other, Sayaka comes in, kills everyone, and she takes the Triforce for herself. Sayaka's got the whole Triforce, huh? Well, that ain't good. Maki starts setting up Mistletoe in the arena, but Crazy Oko swoops in, snaps her arm, burns the Mistletoe. Albedo starts a cult. Celeste, Nagisa, Toko, and Makoto happily join. Makoto's also hoping that I don't jinx him. You think my luck of badness will affect your luck of... who knows? Monokuma wakes up from a bear nap, from hibernation in fact. Shuichi and the Lightbearer fan vote toss Corey's items into lava. Jin finds a yeet ball. Chisa puts cat ears on Daisaku. He's so cute that it kills Chisa. You're dang right, I'm unstoppable, I'm the best there is, I'm the best there was, and gosh darn it, I'm the best there ever will be. How'd you know? Tenko is not funny, has never been funny, and she never will be funny. Razor's allergies are so bad he sneezes the arena back to April. Sonya hasn't survived it. Surprised that Neku's made it this far. Chiaki throws Nagito at Hajime. First of all, this trio of characters, interesting. Secondly, it's just funny thinking Chiaki's yeeting somebody. Kazuichi asks Tharja, "Do you think I'm some sort of clown?" Tharja shrugs and says, "Maybe." That seems very Tharja of her. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Mama? 0. -10. Kyoko attacks Mana, but Gonta protects her, killing Kyoko. Rest in peace. Chisa uses a spell to suck the intelligence of Mana, which shockingly works. She's dumbfounded. Gonta and Crazy Yoko insult each other relentlessly after getting into a bloody fight, and Chisa fishes. Are you guys ready to find out some of these fan votes? Because it is time to do a couple big reveals. We'll proceed. It is indeed time for a Claire de Lune 4. Usami, your winner of the cross-teaming fan vote and going on to the to the singles finale, Turnip Boy. It was a very close race between So, Kana, and Turnip Boy, but by a single vote, Turnip Boy was able to claim victory. Kyoko, Chisa, Toko, Mew, Jin, Togami, Gonta, Taichi, Mana. And your winner of the second placers fan vote, your current Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champion, a part of Beauty Sleep, Chiaki, goes on, and she is now in both brackets K. And your winners of the Tag Team Battle Royal fan vote. It was close again and again, but when it came to that final vote, they had nearly half of the votes on their side. The people want to see them come out on top. The people want to see united we fall, stand tall. Yosuke, Sarah, Izuyoi, Seiko, Juzo, Chisa, Kyoko. We'll see everybody's statuses. I'm still in. I could join the winners. I could join the singles bracket. Maki's here. Nagisa and Celeste. Most of the seconds for singles are in. They just lost 2. We'll just do a slow scroll actually. After I get my water, I'm gonna go all the way down. Then I'm gonna get my water. Keep going. And now we can, it's nice that this is here so we can like see your fan votes as they pop in. This was my favorite part when I was testing the simulation. However, I'll be right back. I want to get my water. You named the plant Jeremy, by the way. Which is neat. That's a neat reference. That's a neat it's part of the official lore now. The lore! Jeremy. However, ladies and gentlemen, we must continue. Shall we? Oh yes, we shall. We have to see if anyone joins a bracket off of this. Or could we just see someone block it? I will say this is a season where a lot of the people who performed well did earn their spots. It could have not been like that, because it looked like Mana wasn't going to get a spot, but then she did. It looked like Gonta wasn't going to get a spot, but he did. A lot of the people who performed well this season did actually earn a spot. Kyoko did well this season, got in singles. Let's proceed, let's see what unfolds as we get to night 1. After repeatedly losing to, in chess to, oh no, Ruka tosses the game board into the fire, not the chessboard. I only have so many of those. Those are made of cardboard. Mana turns out to be a clone of Albedo. I'm sorry, turns out to be a clone, and Albedo was the original Mana all along. How cute. Toko puts her trust in Mai, falls backward. Mai catches her. Toko says she trusts Mai with her whole life. Tharja and Celeste gives Celeste a glass of steaming hot poison cider. That's that's not kosher. She's dead. Yuta befriends a Komodo dragon wearing a Yuta, we gotta talk. Yuta, we gotta talk. Toko and Nagisa starts prepping for Spooky Month by doing the spooky dance. Sarah kisses her homies Shuichi and Sayaka twice. Gonta begs for Makoto to kill him. He refuses, keeping Gonta alive. Mana commits tax evasion. There's a lot of Gonta in here. Mitsurai and Gonta tell each other their greatest fears to order to grow each other's trust. Nagito's ultimate move is fully charged. Gonta and the Yeet Ball fan vote walk under the mistletoe. Gonta goes to kiss the Yeet Ball fan vote, but gets stabbed by the Yeet Ball fan vote because nope, not interested. Who did that? Who are you? That's kind of funny. Wait. Wait. I love this episode. Tinko holds hands with herself. This was a good idea. This was great. Karumi commits tax evasion now. Finds a Dark Dave in the arena and befriends it. My Hero, Crazy Oko, Sayaka. Crazy Oko Extra Large, sorry. Sayaka, Kaede, and now get together and form an idol group. That might be the best idol group in terms of arrangement of characters that we've ever had so far in these simulations since that event has been added. Chiaki hops into an inflatable cauldron and makes jokes about how she has emergency food. Munakata dyes her hair black. Honestly, I don't think it would look that bad. Hajime, Gonta, Monokuma, the last placers fan vote, and Tinko get together to form an idol group. That one, not so sure it's gonna work. Monokuma also thinks about home. Toko fires a truth bullet at Mana and exposes her lies. Angie makes a banquet for Sakura and Crazy Oko. They both love the food. Chisa convinces the Lightbearer fan vote to snuggle with her. Kotoko sets up, gosh darn it, Kotoko! It was me, how could you? Killing, sets off an explosive, killing Makoto, me, okay, and Kazuichi. Neku threatens Celeste with a good time. Now goes to the Love Hotel with Kyoko, both die of exhaustion. Maki fears Yuta, in fact, she fears all the Asahinas. She also gets into a heated argument with Razor. Maki's had enough of Razor's crap and she kills him. Rest in peace to Razor. Daisaku and Celeste exercise under the stars. Mitarai misses his planned meeting with Cory, has a sad feeling in his chest. Munakata, Maki, and Makoto sit around the campfire and sing the campfire song. Jin stays awake all night. Teru decided it was a good idea to nosedive a polar bear, preparing for hibernation. The horror! And Mama relaxes by the fireplace. Yeah, she does. She's probably doing that laying down sprite that's on like her S card or something for Danganronpa S. Hey, we'll proceed. It's day 2. Makoto encounters a fruit bat, takes a liking to him immediately. The librarian's fan vote, rests in a fruit tree. Gonta sets up an ice cream stand in the last place's fan vote. Joins, gets Gonta's faithful assistant. No, it was the Yeet Ball fan vote that stabbed Gonta. I was like, who? Was it one of these fan votes stabbed Gonta? Crazy Oko Extra Large confesses how much she has come to hate Jin. Jin says the feeling's mutual, lady. And then meows at her. And then barks at her. Celeste puts on cat ears on Munakata. He's very embarrassed about that. Sayaka and Chisa sitting in a tree. Killing. Ruka. Crazy Oko receives a hatchet. Mama uses a seesaw effect to kill Monokuma. And that's what you get, Monokuma. You don't talk trash about Hero. Nagisa, my employee of the month, finds a secret stash of pancakes that I hinted at. Hypothetically, of course. Good job! You're still on the payroll! Nagito wakes up dead. Tenko is exposed to her own Tenko's really having a good time with herself, isn't she? She's now more emotional. Celeste confesses her love to Mana. Mana says, cool, see you later, homie, and leaves. Sato puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing her aesthetic level tenfold, making Maki and Tharja both envious. Shuichi has balloons. Chiaki comes and just pops them all. Hajime tells Angie that she's not a clown but the entire circus. Maki and Sayaka play tricks on Chisa while Sakura steals from her room. However, Chisa notices what's going on, and let me tell you, in a fit of rage, she murders them all. Mana feels like there's a duck watching her. Gonta. Now, Mitarai and Kaede talk about their hobbies. Mai throws Albedo at Daisaku. That's good. That's fine. Albedo doesn't weigh that much. Sarah, the Yeet Ball fan vote, and Sonya do the torture dance whilst torturing Yuta. Munakata and Naku decide to split up to search for resources. Toko dies of thirst. That's why I went to get my water, Toko. That's why I got my agua. Oh yes, Mitarai reminisces about the year of the ascent. Monokuma and Maki track down and kill Gonta. Toko isn't surprised that Nao's made it that far. Former tag team champion there, Tenko, attempts to climb a tree, but falls on Kurumi, killing them both. Cory hates how he acted in the past and disgusted by what he did in the past. Cory wants to move past this phase of his life and actively become a better person. Good on you, Cory. Good. That's all we can ask of you. Mana isn't crying. She's sweating from her eyes. Does that mean you're not trying to kill people for your sister anymore, Cory? Is this your retribution arc? Is this episode gonna be your retribution arc, Cory? I hope so. Mayu tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds, and Kotoko sprains her ankle while running away from Makoto. We lost. Okay. We'll lose some more, because we're back at Celeste Holiday Mansion. The spring holidays are about to come to an end because the summer holidays are about to start probably at the end of May when it's like officially pool season. However, Sonya and Celeste drank a little bit too much green ale and just pass out. Sato and Nao are having a drinking contest. Mitarai takes this opportunity to drown Nao in a keg of ale. Guess Sato wins. Yuta dies of very green alcohol poisoning. Gonta takes a shamrock and places it in his hair. I think that might work. That might be a decent look for him. Tenko takes a shamrock, puts it in her hair. I'll take it. Maki dies of very green alcohol poisoning. Munakata and the Yeet Ball fan vote paint some eggs together. Easter just passed by. It did. It did. Mai and Shuichi have a drinking contest. Maki uses this opportunity to drown Shuichi in a keg of ale. Guess Mai wins. Tharja is also drowned in a keg of ale thanks to Toko. Naku wins his drinking contest. Mana dares Nagisa to eat an egg in one bite. Nagisa just chickens out. He's like, there's no way I can do that. How could you even suggest such a thing? Albedo and Hajime are drinking buddies and they just pass out. Tenko and Crazy Extra Large are as well. They just pass out. Celeste dares Monokuma to eat an egg in one bite. Monokuma chickens out. Why, Monokuma? You could have done it. You could have done it. Kaede dares Mahiru to eat an egg in one bite. She chickens out. Cory takes a shamrock, sticks it in his ear. Last place fan votes search tireless for the Easter Bunny who stole them $5. Makoto dares Mana to eat an egg in one bite. She chickens out. Is anyone gonna eat that egg? None of you? There's an event for you to do it. In fact, I think there's two. Sayaka playfully throws an egg at the back of Chiaki. Said Chiaki didn't find it so funny, so she beats her to death with an Easter basket. Now, and Mana paint eggs together. Mitarai playfully throws an egg at the back of Munakata's head. Munakata beats Mitarai to death. We don't like that. We don't talk about that. A large mutated rabbit creeps out from the Halloween decorations and stomps on Angie, the Lightbearer's fan boat, and sharpshooting steel-minded Big Sister Sarah to death. Who left that door open? It wasn't me, but it's still open apparently. Daisaku dares Celeste to eat an egg in one bite. Celeste is like, no, I don't have any spares in this game. A large mutated rabbit creeps out of the Celeste decorations for Halloween, stomps Gonta, Chisa, and Makoto to their doom. Kotoko playfully throws an egg at the back of Crazy Yoko's head. Crazy Yoko didn't find it so funny, and she is crazy, beats Kotoko to death with an Easter basket. Jin and Mama have a little bit too much green ale, which is really just soda, because Jin can't have ale. Passes out. We lost a good chunk of people, but not like too many. We'll proceed. 33. I guess that is a lot, isn't it? It is a Claire de Lune 4 and a couple fan votes, maybe just one fan vote. Revealed 4. Celeste, Gonta, Makoto, me, Kazuichi, now, Kyoko, Razor, Teru, Ruka, Monokuma, Nagito, Maki, Sayaka, Sakura, Toko, Gonta, Tenko, Kurumi, now, Yuta, Maki, Shuichi, Tharja, Sayaka, Mitarai, Angie, and your winner of the Lightbearer fan vote. You know him, you love him, and you want to see him claim some victory. You want him to have one more chance this season. Kaito takes that victory after just being robbed of a chance by Teru Sarah. Gonta, Chisa, Makoto, Kotoko. And we'll see everybody's statuses. I don't know how many people are left. 35. Oh, we still have a big game. Oh, we still have a lot of people. This is a large game. I don't know who's gonna win. It won't be me, unfortunately, because Kotoko took me out. I'll remember this. We have Nagisa, Maki, Daisaku, Chiaki, Kori, Crazy Oko Extra Large, Sato, Neku, Jin, Toko, Hiroko, Munakata, now, Monokuma, Mai, Mana, Crazy Oko, Mahiru, Mitarai, Makoto, Albedo, Gonta, Tenko, Mana, Sonia, Munakata, Celeste, Chisa, Mana. Oh, there we go. Mana's the only one for carry the team, and Cumulative Season 10 is out. Tenko, Kaede, Celeste, Hajime, the last placer's fan vote that still has to be revealed, and the Yeet Ball fan vote that still has to be revealed. 35 was it? Was it 35? It's probably 35. I'm not even gonna check. Instead, we're just gonna go on. We're just gonna proceed because we got a show to get on the road, and that show continues with the last placer's fan vote hitting Sato with some sweet Jin music. Oh, you love to see it. Crazy Elk Extra Large receives a Max Supply from an unknown sponsor. Celeste Makoto. Oh man. And Crazy Yoko now have the Triforce. Maybe it fell from Sayaka as she perished. Celeste now has the Triforce of Courage. Makoto, Wisdom. And Crazy Hiyoko, the Triforce of Power. Beware. After losing repeatedly in chess, Mayu tosses the game board into the campfire. Nagisa loads his shotgun with the physical form of murderous intent. Munakata goes to the left hotel with Daisaku. They both die of exhaustion. Rest in peace to both of them. But afterwards, Munakata's still around, I guess, and exploits Toko's kindness and has her do very humiliating tasks for him. He's probably like, I'm good friends with Togami. Kaede dresses up as Gonta but breaks out in Cosbox. Gonta just laughs. Tenko is gentle with Mai. Yeet Ball fan votes find a Dave in the arena, befriends it, and sticks it on Mana, killing her. Rest in peace to her. She was like, at least I died by something cute. Tenko sees a fire but stays hidden. Mitarai disowns Hajime for being a disgrace to the family. Chisa falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Monokuma buys every single version of Uno from Avi's wares and despairs. You thought it was Jin, but it was me. Dio. Corey, Mama, Maki enter a scrum debate with Mana, Neku, and Celeste. They argue over which victim had the saddest death now, and Chiaki start prepping for Spooky Month doing the spooky dance, and Albedo unknowingly eats toxic berry. Sonia panics and tries to cure Albedo with maybe some alchemy that she learned from him and succeeds. Will proceed again. To day 3. Mitarai throws some sand into the eyes of Albedo. He's now temporarily blind from the rest of the game. He was just poisoned, came back, and then he's blinded. Celeste plants flowers around Mahiru's grave. Mahiru screams from behind her, "Hello, I'm still alive." Celeste says, "For now." Corey and the last placer's fan votes play tricks on Celeste while Mana steals from her room. Jen asks for Hajime's axolotl. He gets confused. Sonia puts on Shuichi's head, and let me tell you, it looks pretty good on her. Sato doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Mama rests in a fruit tree. Chiaki isn't surprised that Gonta's made it this far. Tenko rests in a fruit tree as well. Kaede impales the Yeet Ball fan vote with a machete. Oh gosh. But we'll find out who they are very soon. Tenko reminisces about the year of the ascent. Crazy Oak Large wants AV to give Waffles a chance, huh? You better hope that event's not fatal. Nagisa, Crazy Yoko, Munakata, Neku, and Mai track down and kill Mana. Rest in peace to her. Makoto receives a gift from her secret admirer. Toko uses her secret technique, running away. Monokuma stabs Maki with a sword, revives her, repeats the process until the wish ring burns off of his palm. Maki runs off and now dies from hypothermia. We lost 7. And you can see who's down there after we hit a nice little Claire de Lune 4. Munakata, Daisaku, Mana, Chisa, your winner of the Yeet Ball fan vote, a fan vote that I caused by ending the game. When they wanted a tie, I said, no, the people will decide, and I will destroy the both of you. Chihiro, the winner of your Yeet Ball fan vote. Mana, now. And we'll see everybody's statuses. That brings us down to 20-something, right? 20-something. I didn't remember if we had 33 or 35, but it was indeed 33. We are down to 28. Nagisa, Chisa, Corey, Crazy Oak Large, Sato, Neku, Jin, Toko, Hiroko, Munakata, Monokuma, Mai, Crazy Yoko, Mahiru, Mitarai, Makoto, Albedo, Gonta, Tenko, Mana, Sonia, Celeste, Tenko's still in here at least twice. Kaede, Celeste is in here twice as well. Hajime, and then just this last fan vote, the last Blazers fan vote. Who will that be? I don't know. I don't. But hey, we're about to find out, aren't we? Let's proceed. Shall we? I think we must. It is night 3. Munakata and Maki have a tea party together. When reaching for the kettle, Munakata knocks it over, spilling imaginary boiling hot water on Maki's lap. It burns like the real thing though. Makoto, Monokuma ambush Sonia, but she able to fend them off using only a broomstick. There's not even a broom on the end. Apartment complex? Really? Corey finds it quite simple. Jin submits an application to join the squad. Mama snatches it up out of his hands, rips it up. Mama, how could you? How could you? Last place for fan vote works for both AV's Wares and Despairs and Yoko's Out of Misfortune because they're an extreme dead. Are you sure that's not Usami in there? Is that, did we vote for Usami? Did we? Tenko is bleeding out. Thankfully she receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Albedo etches a sketch in a tree. Mahiru takes this as a threat. Gonta, Sato, Hajime enter a scrum debate with Toko, Mana, and Chiaki. They argue over who the best boy in Danganronpa is. Tenko never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. Crazy Yoko submits an application to join the squad. Her older self walks up to her and says, yeah, you're not getting in. I guess she would know because she's from the future. She is her future self. She would know. Nagisa convinces Mitarai to snuggle up with him. Neku confesses his love for Celeste. Celeste lovingly embraces him, accepting the confession. Kaede goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out, so it was her. She let the dogs out. I knew it. Celeste also finds a stereo and presses play. It plays some sick beats with, you know, her romantic interest Neku. Who would have thought? We'll proceed again. It's day 4. And Tenko fires a slingshot at Chiaki with such precision it takes her out of this match. Hajime raises Kaede's hopes and then dashes them quite expertly. Nagisa goes hunting. Maki signs a petition to change American Yeet Ball to football. Maki. We have to talk. Albedo. And we were supposed to go way back, Maki. Albedo gives Munakata, Monokuma, I keep doing that. his blessing to marry Mai. Monokuma and Mai have no idea what the heck he's on about. Sonia builds a snowball containing a rock, pegs it at the back of Crazy Yoko's extra large's head. She doesn't survive the impact. Crazy Yoko extra large is out of this one. And Mana finds the remains of a Viking ship. Sato sets Neku on fire with a Molotov. Celeste is gonna be furious at you, Sato. Mitarai and Toko enter a rebuttal showdown. Gonta is trapped in a box, death or alive. Poison every hour. We can only find out if he's alive or dead by pressing proceed. Makoto tries to sneak attack Corey. Corey catches on and runs away. Last place fan vote is still alive. Celeste works it. Yoko's out of misfortunes was happening to be hiring. Mama is horrified when Jin goes to a job interview for it. She's like, first, you want the squad? Now? You want Yoko's? Just be your own boy. Mayu tries to spearfish with a trident. Tinko comes before Celeste in this event, and Crazy Yoko tells Munakata that he's not a clown, but the entire circus. We only lost 3 this time. Brings us down to 25, and it's a Claire de Lune 4. Chiaki. Crazy Yoko, extra large. Neku. We'll look at the statuses real quick. We'll do a slow scroll. We didn't lose that many. The icons still have my employee of the month and Maki. My employee of the month. He can get on the singles bracket, couldn't he? Well, that's interesting. Corey remains for the singles. Jin tries to carry on for tags. Toko as well, and so does Sato. All 3 of them actually need to go on to the tag team bracket, so that's good for them. Good for them. Mama still in, as well as Munakata. Tag team still has Watching the World Burns, Monokuma. And Where's My Gloves, Mai. And there's a couple more, actually. So Mitarai doesn't need to win, because his team is already in, as you can see via the fan vote. Mahiru and Crazy Yoko doesn't either. Her team is already in. Mahiru does, though, for the Bob Squad. We'll scroll down. For the top 5 teams, we have Albedo trying to win for Capture the Moment, but it doesn't need to. In fact, everyone here in this one I think is fine. Yeah, they're all okay. No, Final Gambit's not. They need a spot. Final Gambit's one of the teams that I was like, oh dang, y'all actually low-key had a decent season. Y'all need a spot. Top singles KOs, Sonia and Celeste. Celeste is the one who needs a spot for singles. And Cumulative all time still sees Tinko, Kaede, Hajime, Celeste. Fan votes, last place is fan vote. We're gonna proceed. There's 25 left. This is when things tend to ramp up in this simulator. Let's find out what happens. Let's see what happens. What will happen? This happens! Monokuma and Mai, the rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment. Nagisa puts his faith, his trust in Sonia, falls backwards. Sonia actually catches him. Nagisa says, I trust you, lady. I trust you. Munakata finds a care package. Tinko, Makoto, and Albedo track down and kill Celeste. She's got 1 stunt double left. Maki disowns Corey for being a disgrace to the family. Mama, Mana, Tinko enters scrum debate with Kaede, Jin, Sato, they argue over what the best starter is. Celeste, Gonta, and Mitarai discuss what happens in the morning. Last placer's fan vote dyes their hair red. Don't think that's really a good look for them, if I'm being completely honest. Mahiru prepares Seesaw Homicide. It works and she kills Crazy Yoko, and Toko and Hajime just hold hands. They hold hands together. As we go into day 5, Mana confides in Toko. She's like, I'm gonna exploit you later, let me take some notes. Nagisa and Corey have a picnic on a cliff. That's real nice, my employee of the month. And Corey just hanging out, the cliff suddenly falls from beneath them, killing them. Well, that wasn't me. Tinko hangs on Missile in the arena. Sato sweeps the entire day from everyone else. After buying all of the knives from Avi's wares and despairs, Hajime throws them all at Celeste and Mama, stabbing them through the heart. Hajime. I was low-key rooting for the both of them. What are you doing, my guy? Last placer's fan vote throws a discarded dumbbell into Albedo's head. Kaede is the best there is, was, or ever will be. Mai and Makoto have a picnic on a cliff. That's a nicer picnic than before. Let me tell you, that's Mai. I'll tell you, I love Mai with the big old fluffy hat. And then Makoto, he's having a great game. He's not having a great game anymore because the cliff falls beneath them, killing them. Maki plays patty cake with Mahiru. Mitarai receives fresh fruit from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Tinko sees a completely pale Monokuma washed ashore unmoving, revives him with Teep CPR, but doesn't stop when Monokuma regains consciousness. Why are you kissing this bear, Tinko? Why are you kissing this bear? Sonia eats dirt. Yum. Munakata works for Avi's wares and despairs, and is sick and tired of so many people defecting to Yoko's, so he burns it down. Luckily, Jin, who works there, brought insurance. Well, you have Jin working for you? Child labor loss. Someone get Yoko's items and misfortunes. Let me tell you. I'll remember this. In court. Going to place the bomb next to a river to explode some fish. We actually lost quite a few today. 9. 9 of our 25. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 remain after this. Claire de Lune 4. Celeste. Crazy Hiyoko. Nagisa. Corey. Celeste. Mama. Albedo. Mai. Makoto. See everybody's statuses. Your final 16, 6 more into your saving grace picks. Does anyone have a double left in, actually? That much I was not paying attention to. But I do see Maki still in. She wants to make sure she's blocking. That she's blocking the single. She wants to make sure that she's got the best opportunity, and one more person lessens her chances. Tag teams. All 3 of these teams need a spot. The Hornbearers. Jin and Cat Owner's Paradise, Toko and Cutting Words. Singles, Munakata wants a spot. He's been dominant in the past and he was like, I want another shot. I want another opportunity. And this episode is the land of opportunity. Tag teams for 6+. Monokuma got 6 KOs. He wants to not get KOs today. He wants a win for himself in the end. He wants to bring despair to the tag team finale. Mahiru wants to bring the Bob Squad, and Mitarai just wants a win. He doesn't need this one, but he wants momentum. He wants to be like, look Kaito, I can do it, you can do it too. Gonta is here as well. He doesn't need it, and neither do Tinko or Mana, but they're here to try and stop anyone else from coming. Sonya's here as well. She doesn't need it, but she's here for singles. As we scroll down, cumulative all time, they're all here for singles. Tinko, Kaede, and Hajime, one of them could earn themselves a spot. And the last placer's fan vote. They don't need it because they got voted in by you guys. But, you know, we got to see them KO to see who they are, right? Right? Or just will they just win instead? Let's proceed and we'll see. 6 more into your saving grace picks, right? I'm not tripping? Yes, there's 6 more into your saving grace picks. And that all starts with this next round. And this next round sees, what does it see? It sees Maki begging for Jin to kill her. He refuses, keeping Maki alive. Munakata and Tinko and Tinko. That answers my question to see if there's any more duplicates in here. Spend the night making potions. All right, it's the Tinkos that love each other. It's the best friend Tinkos. Kaede wants to buy Mahiru's Gamer Girl bathwater. Mahiru destroys Kaede for trying to act like a degenerate male. Sonya finds a big red button, decides to leave it be. Mana lets Toko into her shelter. Mitarai wants to speak with the manager of AV's Wares and despairs. Monokuma makes a banquet for the last placer's fan vote, and Hajime, the food was terrible. In an act of rage, the last placer's fan vote, who is a god apparently, uses their god of destruction abilities to erase Monokuma from existence. Rest in peace to him. And Gonta exploits Sato's kindness and has her do various humiliating tasks from Gonta. How could you? As we proceed, it is the feast. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families, and Sonya enjoys some steamed hams despite the fact that they are obviously grilled. Sato and the last placer's fan vote fight Munakata and Mana. Munakata and Mana survive. The Hornbearers will not be going on to that tag team finale. Munakata might go to the singles though. And we will see who that last placer's fan vote is. Mitarai finds some AV-shaped popsicles in the cornucopia. Mahiru pushes Tinko off of a cliff during a knife fight. Tinko steals Hajime's memoirs. Toko sets Gonta on fire with a Molotov. Maki and Jin both fall into a pit and die. Jin, you were so close for Cat Owner's Paradise. However, it was not destiny today. We still have a day to get through too, and we lost quite a few people at the end here. We're down to, yeah, ooh. Alright, Mana, Mahiru, and Hajime corner Mitarai and are about to kill him when he suddenly pulls out a grappling hook, uses it to escape. Munakata shoots an arrow at Sonya, but it misses and kills Toko instead, ruining her chances, and Tinko doesn't want to live on this planet anymore, especially after seeing Toko get outed like that. We are down to just your final 6. As we proceed, 9 are gone. And you see who gets that last placer's fan vote. It's a Claire de Lune 4. Kaede, Monokuma, Sato, Now, get rid of this Claire de Lune real quick. Hold on. Give me the, where's the, what's the thing that it's the, give me yeah, hold on. I don't know if you realized, who this is, right? This is just Nekamaru, but it's not just Nekamaru. It's a fan vote that you guys selected that, really fits in theme with this season because we shock the system. That's right, another member of the squad. Another member of the squad. You all knew it was the season of the squad, so we brought ourselves another one. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to ensure that we come out on top as champion. Nekamaru is in that bracket. It is the squad. It is squad out. I was hoping Celeste could take this one because I knew Nekamaru was in it. It would have been a beautiful squad victory, but that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. Nekamaru is here to shock the system. Former Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions wants to ensure the squad gets that W, and I'm here for it. Tenko, Gonta, Maki, Jin, Toko. And we'll see everybody's statuses now, I guess. I mean, we have to. It's your final 6. In fact, not dilly and dally. It's time for your saving grace picks. This is interesting. Why is it interesting? Let me tell you. We have all these people. 6. We don't have all these people. We have 6 people. 2 members. In fact, of our final 6, 4 of them would block anybody from entering the finales. The only 2 people who could get into a finale are Munakata for the singles category of singles plus 10. He's in the singles, he's acting on his own. Munakata could get onto the singles bracket. For the tags, Bob Squad is not there. Mahiru could do what she can do what she does best and try to bring her team to that tag team finale. For Leone, for Chie, Mahiru's trying to carry on strong. And now we have the 4 who try to block them. Mitarai, if he didn't win that fan vote, he would be in good position to join the tag team finale with Kaito, to carry on for Kaito. However, Mitarai, he doesn't need this one, but what he does need is a win. And what a crazy episode to win. An episode with the best of the best from this season. Mitarai could come out on top. Tenko and Mana are both here to block anyone from entering that tag team finale. They're trying to block Mahiru. They're trying to block anybody because if one of them wins, they are the block instead of somebody going on. And lastly, Sonya, top 10 singles KO. She could take this victory. Will she do it? I don't know. Will she have momentum going on to next week's singles finale? I don't know. But she's trying to block specifically Munakata. But if she wins, she would also technically block Mahiru. Anyone who wins, it's only the winner. I don't know who it's gonna be. But tell me, first, second, and third, do you want to see Munakata get an opportunity in the singles finale? Do you want to see Mahiru and the Bob Squad go on and try and cash in a little bit of luck? A little bit of good RNG, try and get in there? Or will the brackets stay as they are? Because you know all the fan votes now. The brackets are now complete, with the exception of maybe Munakata or maybe Bob Squad. Mitarai, Tenko, Mana, and Sonya. Want to make sure that doesn't happen. However, make your save and grace picks first, second, and third. I'm going to make mine right here, right now, and I got to replay that song because it ended. I have Mahiru for first. I think Bob Squad is going to get their opportunity. I think Mahiru is going to be like, this is a golden opportunity, the first time ever that By the Numbers is for something. Mahiru for first. Give me Mitarai for second. I think he's going to be so close but so far. But I think he's saving his win, him and Kaito, for that big tag team finale that you guys put them in. And then give me Mana for third. Imagine if Mitarai wins though, and he would have earned the earned this instead of being in via the tag team fan vote. That would have been kind of hype. That would have been hype. However, those are my picks. Those are my picks. And it's still your final 6 technically, so we don't actually do any sort of crazy skipping. It's Munakata, Mahiru, Mitarai, Tenko, Mana, and Sonya, all caught, standing tall, looking around, hearts beating at a rapid pace, the same pulse as that of Ah yes, a samurai woman, of course. Final 6. Let's see how this one unfolds. It is everyone pretty much on their own this time around. Is it? Wait, is it your final 7? I just can't count. No, I didn't see Hajime. I just didn't see him. I just didn't see him. He might be the safest bet. He was completely safe from the jinx because I didn't say his name once during saving grace picks. He might win. Munakata loads his shotgun with a physical form of murder or something. That's really funny. Mario was too cute for this world and ascended to a different plane of existence. Sonya never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. Hajime receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Tinko challenges Mitarai to a dance-off. Tinko absolutely dominates and Mana thinks about winning. Now we're at our actual final 6, and as we go on, ooh, we see it goes down to 5. Because I forced Mana to work at AV's Wares and despairs as a cashier after he becomes a little bit understaffed. My employee of the month may have perished, so I need some more employees. Mitarai and Munakata think that this is a good opportunity to score free food from her. Tinko is attacked by a Komodo dragon and died from her injuries. Why is there a Komodo dragon in the first place? I wonder who? Yeah, I know. Hajime panders to the audience and Sonya starts writing a novel. Will she ever finish it? It's your final 5. We lost 2. And it's a Claire, they terrible turnabout for Mahiru, Tinko. We'll take a peek at everybody's statuses real quick. Your final 5, Munakata, Mitarai, Mana, Sonya, and Hajime, who's over here hiding. He was hiding and he was like, don't say my name, don't say my name. He is here and he could join the singles finale. That is something we didn't expect. We still technically have 2 people who could join. There is a 40% chance that someone joins the singles bracket, a 60% chance that the brackets stay as is. It is your final 5 though, and within your final 5, we say that Munakata, Mitarai, Mana, Sonya, and Hajime, Wizard Robe Hajime, are all caught in what we like to call within our final 5, a classic 5 resimulations we did today. A crisis of fate. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's proceed and we will see. He won! He did it! That's it! Wait! Goodness gracious! Munakata said no more games. He sets off an explosive, earning him a spot in the singles finale, taking out Mitarai, taking out Hajime, taking out Sonya, and taking out Mana. Munakata stands tall. Munakata with the explosive victory. He might be unhinged in tag team action, but he is calculated in singles, and that is what he did today. We will proceed, and we see your first ever winner. Your winner of the By the Numbers episode. We have seen some glorious moments with a very explosive finish. Claiming one final spot in their respective bracket, it is singles. It is Munakata, and he goes on to fight for Samugi's Champion of Champions title. Munakata, congratulations to you. I think you deserved it. I think he did, and he definitely earned it. Especially when we proceed, he had 10 KOs, and I think he was one of the, I was gonna say, he might have been one of the only characters who had 1 positioning. He had 2, I believe. Yeah, top 10 KOs. Or top singles KOs. Yeah. Good on him. He had 10. And he only had 2 spots. He had 2 spots, and he came out on top. Congratulations to Munakata. He is your winner. He did it. That's that man's. We can scroll down and look at everybody else, but we don't really need to. This is the By the Numbers episode. We can see all of them. That's nice and dandy. This isn't an episode that gets added to the statistics. This was just a big old brawl of everyone who may have deserved one more shot. And I like that idea. It makes By the Numbers a little bit more, a little bit worth. However, we've done it. By the Numbers. It's over. The first ever By the Numbers battle. By the Numbers battle. I kind of like that. That might be the name of the episode. Munakata did it. Congratulations to him. And with that, and with your fan votes, we can finally bring up the completed singles finale bracket. Look at all of them. But they aren't the only people fighting for titles next week. Tag team finale bracket. Bring it up. Completed. With the boys, with the gents, with Kaito and Mitarai. United we fall. Not united we stand. Will they stand tall? It's a possibility. But those are just next week. This week we have some exciting finales as well. Ladies and gentlemen, OC action. Tomorrow is the first ever, the inaugural OC Tag Team Championship match. Are you excited for it? I can tell you, it's a fun one. It is a fun one. It is tense. Your cheeks will be clenched. It will be a glorious day. Or not. Who knows? I don't know. But we will go on and we see lastly the OC finale for singles action. Fighting for Glitch's OC championship. He was able to hold on to it for the whole season without needing to defend. But now that the championship, he knows it's on the line, he can get in that mindset. Can he retain? Can he be the first ever OC to retain? We'll have to wait and see. But those brackets are completed. Congratulations to everyone. We have completed brackets this season. It's now starter finale season. All the titles will be on the line in the next 9 days. Between right now and next Friday, every title will be defended next Wednesday or Tuesday, probably next Wednesday, maybe even next like Sunday, I don't know. Whenever I have the time before preseason starts. World Pancake Championship Mondo will also defend that title in a massive list. When I say a massive list, I mean like we have a lot of people. It's going to be the biggest World Pancake Championship match ever. And I'm excited for it. It all started here with Usami getting gone. Her debt. Her debt was collected by Celeste. And ladies and gentlemen, it ended with Munakata in an explosive victory, earning his right to fight for Samugi's championship, trying to conquer despair incarnate. Congratulations to him. This was a really fun match. Tell me how you like this match in the comments. I thoroughly enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. We'll go back to the reaping. And lastly, because I'm not gonna forget, I usually actually record by the numbers, end it, do my sign off, and then just think, and we'll actually play this because, you know, that feels more appropriate for by the numbers. I usually play this and then I'm like, oh, I feel like something else, I'm missing something, then I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I have to start the recording again, I'm like, oh yeah, the secret episode. This was the throwback season of Danganronpa Hunger Games, and the secret episode was found by throwing back to the other secret episodes. Every secret episode had some sort of character in it. And by character, I mean a letter or a number. No, just letters. Just letters, yes. You had to take those letters in the eye icon, and the minute they appeared, the minute that they appeared is the positioning that they were in the link. So if it appeared at the 3-minute mark, that'd be the third entry. And then you have like you have a basic list there. Then you have a link. It won't work because you need the key. You had to use a cipher with the key word, and that key word, the key that I had been mentioning this whole time, Takamichi. That is where he came into play. And he finally premiered, and I was like, he's the key to everything. That's why he took so much time. I had to make sure it was an emphasis on that man's. And boy was it. Boy was he important this season. And he had some for some fantastic entries, because the secret episode is important. We've had people entered via the secret episode to win before. I think Shota? Thunder was in the secret via the secret episode, I think. I don't know if anyone else from the secret episode has won. Could happen tomorrow though. Could happen this Friday. Could happen next Thursday. Could happen next Friday. We'll have to wait and see. Stay classy. That is all that we have. We're wrapping up this season, season 10. It's been a fun one. It's been a good one. But we'll see who walks out of this season with a championship. So who walks out of these seasons going tall. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith. Toon Link Dave. Anomaly. The Anomalous Cars. Jeremy. The Plant. United States Savior. Toodaloo. Like Thanks for watching.